Welcome to Selena, where the chat is hot and the host is even hotter. Welcome at the real Selena. How are you guys doing today? It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'm going to play a little music for you so we can get in the mood, honey. A mood for fun, I mean. So come and take a seat and enjoy the ride. I'm yearning for your love, yeah. Oh, let me start over. Welcome to Selena. I've been waiting on you, so call me back all day. Nothing but your love, and I'm need this way. You've done something to my heart, girl. I can't seem to welcome worldwide 202. Welcome to Selena, where the chat is hot and the host is even hotter. I'm just being silly, y'all. How you doing, worldwide? I'm glad to see you, sweetie. How's your Friday? Just enjoy the show. You know me, I gotta start with some music, honey. So far, so good. I'm surprised you're not in Mr. Don's chat. Oh, Lord. This is Music Soul Child and Selena Johnson. Hey, Realist. How are you? You missed my intro. I had my sexy voice on. I graced worldwide with it. I said, welcome to Selena's chat, where the chat is hot and the host is hotter. Ooh. I'm just being silly. Yeah, that's my little sexy voice when I wanna sound sexy. I hope I did a good job. I'm glad at least you two people here and whoever else is in the bushes. I would tell you to put dancing emojis in there. Where is Chicky and Cece? See where they at. Oh, I know y'all might like this song. That was my song back in the day in the early 2000s, or was it late 90s? Whichever one. I think I was a junior in high school. I used to love that song. That was. I'm telling you, they don't make music like that anymore. The early 2000s, the 90s, that was the best time, like the best time. We didn't have all this drama. Well, we had a lot of stuff going on back then, but not as much now. People just like they done lost their mind everywhere. So how's everybody doing today? I've asked worldwide realists, how you doing, Richie Rich? You doing okay? I'm glad to see you guys. Whoever's in the bushes, can you please come out? Especially if I like you. You can come out. Let me see where my girls at. This ain't like some of my girls. Let's see what's been going on in these YouTube streets. I hear a lot going on, honey. And guess what? I'm not involved with none of it. Yes, indeed. So please, some of these people, they try to put you in stuff. Don't be putting me in no foolishness. Hey, CC, that's what I was looking for. I played the Chingy song. Y'all missed it. I played Music Soul Child and Selena Johnson. You missed it, CC. Where is Cheeky? You better tell Cheeky to get her butt in here. Her butt is probably asleep. I don't know where Denise, but anyway. Hey, Heather, how are you? Well, thank you for coming over, Heather. I appreciate you. I hope that you like it over here. You sometimes I do cam up and sometimes I don't. So today's I'm not gonna cam up because I just got home and I just don't feel like looking pretty. I mean, I just don't feel like just camming up today. Yeah, it's been a long week and a long day, but I do cam up sometimes so that people can see that I am not a catfish. I'm glad you're over here though, Heather. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what is the difference between being self-confident and having the delusion of grandeur. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hey, Milwaukee, how you doing, Chocolate Drop? That used to be my nickname for you, Chocolate Drop. How you doing? So, do y'all know the difference between being like self-confident and having the delusion of grandeur? What's the difference? Because a lot of people don't know the difference. They think that they're just confident. They got it like that. Everybody should know that they got it like that. Hey, real cornbread. Hey, sweetie. Um, so some people just do not know the difference. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. Also, I'm going to be talking about the story. I don't know if y'all know about this young lady. I think she is a media personality. She was also in the New York, I think, Housewives of New York, and she was engaged to a Jewish attorney, and they're no longer engaged. But she was talking to Ayana Benzet, and she was talking about how. Well, I'm gonna let you hear it and see what y'all think about it. I want you to tell me. Do you think that this lady is just confident in herself, and because of what she has to offer, where she won't date average men, or is it a delusion of grandeur? So first, I'm gonna share a small little video with you about what the difference is, and then we're gonna go to that video. They're very short, so hopefully, guys, I won't bore you. So let me go ahead and share the screen. I'm glad that everybody's here today, and those who come in, hopefully, I can catch you up on wherever we stopped.
Delusions of
Guys,
grandeur versus
this
confidence.
if you could put a one
Delusions
in
of
the chat,
grandeur
I would
are a
really
false or
appreciate it
fake
so I
belief
could
about the
know if
greatness
you
or importance
can
of
hear
oneself.
this.
A person suffering
Hey,
from delusions of
QT.
grandeur may believe that he or she is a world famous person, or that they have superpowers, or that they're immortal. People who suffer from grandeur delusions often see themselves as saviors of the world. Confidence, on the other hand, can be defined as the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. Confidence has to do with believing in oneself, believing in
Okay,
your
great.
abilities. These abilities are what other people can attest to. Unlike delusions of
Okay, let me
grandeur,
start
where
over
grandeur
because
versus
something's not right.
confidence.
Okay, let me start. I'm starting over. This is
Delusions of
3 minute
grandeur
video.
are a false or fake belief about the greatness or importance of oneself. A person suffering from delusions of grandeur may believe that he or she is a world famous person, or that they have superpowers, or that they're immortal. People who suffer from grandeur delusions often see themselves as saviors of the world. Confidence, on the other hand, can be defined as the feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. Confidence has to do with believing in oneself, believing in your abilities. These abilities are what other people can attest to. Unlike delusions of grandeur, where it's only the victim who sees himself as what he or she perceives himself to be. Delusions of grandeur often come along with other mental health problems, such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder.
Okay, I'm sorry for stopping right there. Hey, sweetie, let me go. How you doing, Daphne? It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I wanted to stop right there because doesn't this seem like a lot of people in real life, like people that you had worked with, or people in your family, or even people on YouTube? They have this ideal, this big ideal about themselves that is not true. They think that they are unstoppable, that they are the best thing since sliced bread. Hey Chris, how are you? Hey sweetie, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Um, and so that's how people with the delusion of grandeur, they're the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody's better. Okay, let me go back to the video. Cause you know me, I can talk. Let me see. Where are we? Delusion of grandeur.
Disorder, or some types of dementia. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you haven't. In contrast, confidence is something that's developed over time through constant practice. Those who suffer from delusions of grandeur have an inflated sense of self-importance, which makes them look at other people as less important, therefore marking a significant disconnection between them and the real world. While a person that exudes confidence does not pride in their confidence, they're calm. Confident people do not see other people as less important. They know how much practice it took them to get to the point where they are, and so they understand how it feels to make someone feel less important. Confident people will always do everything they can to help others grow and get to the point where they can attain. But people with delusions of grandeur will never do that because they feel too highly placed, not knowing that they're not. What makes the delusion of grandeur dangerous is that the person suffering from it does not believe that they live an elusive life, even when the shreds of evidence are clear. They're never ready to learn from other people because of their high sense of self-esteem. Still, someone who's exuding confidence knows precisely the kind of life he or she is living, and they're always open to learning new things, provided it will help in their development. People that suffer from delusions of grandeur have so many outrageous beliefs in themselves, such as having the power to end war, being famous, or occupying a high position in society, being a religious leader, having the ability to live forever, believing that they cannot be harmed by disease or injury, having an inflated sense of intelligence, believing that they possess magical skills, such as the ability to read minds. Confident people only believe in the things they know and are sure they can do. They are only confident in their abilities and not in things that are not possible.
I hope that you enjoyed the
Well, isn't that interesting? Hey, yo, it's Mike. How are you, sweetie? I'm glad to see you. So I'm glad that I could find that video for you guys, so that maybe you can have an idea of what confidence is and delusion of grandeur. Hi, Monica. How are you, sweetie? And you see there's a vast difference, right? So I'm gonna give you an example, and then I want you to put in the chat if you believe it's confidence or delusion of grandeur. I want, so listen to me very closely. Hey Brian, hey sweetie, how are you? I'm glad to see you. Well, I don't know why people don't like me. It's so many people that hate on me. And I can understand because I'm a bad mofo. I can understand why they mad at me, because I've had the opportunity to interview celebrities. I had the opportunity to travel around the world and do this and do that. And I get cash apps. Everybody that comes to my live, I get over 100 people in my chat, and I'm just bad like that. So I understand why people are jealous of me. At first I used to wonder why people was jealous of me. Now I know why people are jealous of me, because I'm a bad mofo, and I can't help it that these people over here don't have a life, and they raggedy, and they slow and retarded. I can't help that. I can't help that. I'm just me. That's just how God made me, and I'm just a bad mofo. Is that delusion of grandeur or self-confidence? Hey Shay, how you? Hey Ash Kiro. Hey, I love Alta too. I'm glad to see you, sweetie. Everybody that came in, and Brian, I'm so glad to see you guys. So what does that sound like to you? I mean, I'm just saying. That sounds that sounds a little much, okay? It's definitely not confidence. Delusion of a mofo. Correct. And that very delusional. So this other example, I know my weaknesses, I know my strengths. I'm working on my weaknesses, but I build on my strengths. Um, I want everybody to win. I feel that everybody has potential to do better in their life as well as I do. And I'm gonna be happy when other people succeed, and I believe I will succeed in the future. So, what do you think that is that a delusion of grandeur or is that confidence? Hey, Larry, how are you, sweetie? I want you to see what was the difference, and I can tell you exactly the difference. The first one, I was basically having the delusion of grandeur, where I downed other people, I demeaned other people. I thought of myself as basically a superwoman, that I had it just because I interviewed celebrities, I traveled around the world, or I traveled, or I have 100 people in my chat and they come to see me, and I'm all of that in a bag of chips, and y'all are some raggedy hoes and Negroes around me, and those that agree with me, you are my true supporters. You are my family. But those who don't agree with me, y'all are haters. Y'all jealous. To me, that sounds like a delusion of grandeur. Hey, Moonlight. Hey, beautiful. How are you? I'm glad to see you. And my buddy Larry. So that is the delusion of grandeur. Okay. Confidence is, basically you know your strengths and your weaknesses. You work on your weaknesses and you build even more on your strengths, but you don't down other people. If anything, you see people and yourself on basically no better than another person. You don't demean people. You're confident in who you are, you know who you are, and you're not afraid to share with others some of the things that you need to work on. That is the difference between delusions of grandeur and being confident. And what I see when I work with people, I see both. I see some people that, yeah, Moonlight said, yep, that's delusional, right? But we see it on YouTube every day, Moonlight, and it is unfortunate that other people can't see themselves. It's like as if they have a veil over their eyes where they can't see that they are very deceived. Not only are they deceiving others because they are pretending to be something they're not, they're deceiving themselves, right? But they're not aware of it because they think everybody else that doesn't agree with them or everybody else that doesn't like them is jealous of them or envious of them because of their small accomplishments. And believe me, most of the time when you talk to people, they're very small accomplishments, and some of them may be big in their eyes, but to other people it might not be as big. And you're wondering, well, why is this person keep talking about this particular thing as if it's just the best thing since sliced bread? It's the best thing to them, but it's not significant in my life. It doesn't make or break a person, is what I'm trying to say. But that other person, they're so delusional, they can't see that. They're blinded by it. Okay, thank you. Can you let your audience? Okay, Matthew Silly as F is doing a part 2 after your live. Can you let your audience know, please? Ashkiro, if you could put Matthew's uh, channel in the chat. I don't know if QT is here or whoever's a mod. If you could please put his information in the chat. He's going to do a part 2. But yeah, so there's a difference between being confident and just being just a delusional, lousy person. And that's unfortunate, but it happens. Now, I'm going to be talking about something else. The Ebony K. Williams, like I said, she is from the Housewives of New York, right? And I want to know from your point of view, does she have a delusion of grandeur, or is she just confident in herself as a career woman? She said she would not date a bus driver. So I wanted to see what your opinion of this. Because some people that are in different careers, especially if they make six figures, some of them are really confident, but then some of them have a delusion of grandeur because they measure everything by money and forget character, forget the heart of a person. It's about the money, the title that you have. Hey, free thinkers, I would date a bus driver. I know you're right. Okay, so I want you guys to, I'm gonna share my screen and I want you to look at this small interview that she did with Ayana Van Zet. And I want to see your opinion. What do you think? Is she just really confident in herself and her abilities? Let me play.
Gratitude. I want to thank the culture for making my interview with Dr. Ayanla Van Zant one of the most popular and actively engaged content offerings the Griot has produced. So before I tell you my thoughts, let's replay the clip that had some of y'all deep into your feelings. I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now let's address the response to the interview and what some of y'all are calling a backlash. So let me be clear. First, I am a professional disruptor. So backlash is my business. And I will always take it on the chin for the sake of advancing the work, conversation, or movement. So know that I am completely unfazed by the onslaught of nasty comments, wishing me a sad, lonely, bitter existence until my untimely death. Now, that is some weird energy to be wishing onto a Black woman, especially one who has dedicated her life to the liberation of Black folk. But, whatever, I guess, go off. See, I wanted to talk about how do we close the gap between Black women who do show up in a so-called masculine posture, those of us that are providing and building and protecting due to circumstances that we might feel make us feel that if we don't do it for ourselves, we will have to go without the resources and protections we need to feel safe in this world. But Dr. Ayanla went in a different direction. She asked me a personal question. And y'all know I have been extremely transparent about the fact that my life choices and my chosen lifestyle are far outside of the norm. So when I said that I would date the bus owner, a lot of y'all heard something different. Some of you heard the following: bus drivers are whack. Bus drivers are broke. Oh, and I'm too good for a bus driver. The only thing is, y'all made that part up. See, I said what I said. But then some of y'all started talking about salaries and hourly wages, pensions and benefits. And that's wild because I was never talking about money at all. I was talking about Black ownership, but some of y'all made it about money. I'm talking about ownership, Black enterprise and entrepreneurship, because really I am talking about Black liberation. And if you read my book, you'll understand why. So I'm standing 10 toes down on that position, and I don't really care if you're hurt or offended by it. And since some of y'all are already big mad, let me go ahead and make you incensed. So out of the 50,000 plus comments posted on social, I only saw a handful that even considered the possibility of a bus owner being a more aspirational position and recognizing that I am actually speaking and pouring into the ascension of Black men when I said what I said. But see, no, some of y'all were too busy naming and shaming me personally and Black women in general as undesirable, gold diggers, and much worse. Now, I suspect that some of y'all are the same men that were bringing home C's and D's on your report cards, only to then be coddled by parents that said, well, that's okay, as long as you're doing your best. Well, listen, I love and believe in the excellence of Black men. So no, my dear, C's and D's or any other form of mediocrity is not okay. No, I will not create a soft place for you or anybody that I love to fall comfortably into the bigotry of low expectations. So I'm going to say one more time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with driving a bus. My mother Gloria drove one for years. But could it be that Black America has been sold a narrative of average, regular, and typical being good enough for us? Well, see, that's called white supremacy. And in this case, it takes the form of conditioning Black Americans to happily accept being a permanent American underclass. But see, because I know the truth about Black folk in America, no, average is not and will never be good enough for me. And the gag is, I don't think it's good enough for you either.
Interesting. Wow. That is very interesting. Um, very interesting. I want to know what your and I'm gonna also put the hey Justinice. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and anybody that wants to come up, this is something we can discuss, because I want to know from your point of view, is this lady confident, or does she have a delusion of grandeur? And basically, like I told you, it's an inflated ego, right? It's somebody that believes themselves to be more than what they are, and they have no truth behind it. So I want to know what you guys think about this. Brian says she is a real narcissist, talking about views and comments, then promoting her book. Okay. All right, Brian, I hear you. And I kind of have a few views on that. And I try to be the devil's advocate, and look at all sides to everything, right? Hi, Glass House. How are you? I got nerves thinking I'm not supposed to be here. You are supposed to be here, sweetie. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. So I wanted to know, what do you guys think about that? Now, Moonlight, I believe you're a career woman. Justinice, you're a career woman. I want to know some people's ideas on this, because this is something to really think about. Hi, Metal Clips, how are you? Welcome. So I want to know your ideas on this, because this is really interesting. Now, one thing I will say, I have a few relatives in my family that are attorneys, and a few of them are females. I have one that's closer to my age. She is 36, and she is a corporate attorney. And she only wants to date a guy that is in her, I would say, pay range, or someone that has a 6-figure salary, because that's what she makes, right? She's had a hard time because she does prefer Black men, but most of the Black men that she has met has not been on that level. I asked her, would she be able to date someone that doesn't make as much as she does? And she paused, right? She believes she's confident in herself. She's been to school. She's gotten her degree. Her degrees. She's put in the hard work to become an attorney and work with white men, Asian men. She's I believe, the only African-American woman there. So she's worked herself up. So it would be hard for her, in her mind, to date down. Now, I didn't know how to really think about that, but that is her preference. So she doesn't come off to me as if she has a delusion of grandeur. She just comes off to me that she's confident in who she is, that she's a hard worker, and she wants somebody on that same wavelength. But then there's the other part of that, that if you are a woman and or a man and you make a six-figure salary or plus, and you look down on other people because they do not have exactly what you have, right? I think that's different. I think when she was talking before with the interview that she did with Ayana Van Zet, it came off like she was being a little snobbish at first, right? Like, no, I'm not dating a bus driver. That's beneath me. That's how it came off at first. Then when I saw the end, when she explained herself, it maybe kind of made me think a little different. Like, well, maybe she, yeah, she did double down. But I said, well, maybe she meant it another way, right? Oh, great. We got Moonlight up here. See what's Hey, Moonlight.
Hi, Selena.
I
How are
want to
you?
know your perspective on is this delusion of grandeur, or is this somebody that has confidence?
Oh, yes. She sounds like she has a lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like it's going to be a hazard for her, too.
Okay.
Because it's an overconfidence, and she's just classifying the men by salary category, which is not bad.
Uh-huh.
But I think from that scenario, Selena, it's all about salary category for her and titles.
Right.
But then she might miss character and, loyalty and trustworthiness, all of these things that, is not defined by money.
Exactly. So
you know what I mean?
With you being a career woman, I know that you probably have your preference on what you like and what you don't like. So would you, because of your confidence in who you are, where you came from and what you're doing with your life and who you are as a person, would you date a bus driver if he was a good person and he treated you well, he had integrity? Would you?
Absolutely. But would he date me? Would he
Okay.
date me? Would he feel intimidated by me and what I have going on? Would he be confident in himself enough to know that I'm dating him for all of those other things that money can't buy, that I don't, that I value, I should say, like loyalty, character. He's going to be there when I walk in the door all the time and may cook for me, and we cook and we go out, vacations. I mean, would he believe that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a catch-22, really. It's just, yeah, it's a hard spot to be in.
Yeah, it is. Hi, Dill, you Fitz. How are you? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Let me see what you said. You said men are intimidated by a confident woman, and I wish a man would come up here to rebuttal that or either agree with that. Now, I did ask the man.
Yeah, they can be intimidated.
They can be. It depends on who. But I asked the man that. I said, is some men intimidated with women that have confidence? Not someone that has delusion of grandeur, but somebody that's actually confident in who they are. And he said only men that are intimidated by confident women are men that don't know themselves. They don't have any confidence within themselves. And
I would say that's true.
Yeah, that's the only way that a man would be intimidated by a confident woman.
Right.
Okay.
I would say that's very true. Because look, I'm 5'8", Selena, without heels.
Wow.
5'8", y'all. And I've dated a shorter guy. Why? Because of their confidence made them like 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Like they just knew they were the shit.
Right. Right.
So it was just like, damn, I would never do that. But yeah, he thinks he's the shit. He's got the swag and whatnot. And,
Uh-huh.
he likes a tall woman and he walks with, hold hand with me, with my hand, like, yeah, I got me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about the swag, the confidence, and you just have to have that in you, really. Learn it, get it.
Now, have you
Yeah.
Moonlight? I'm gonna
Yes,
go
ma'am.
somewhere else with this. Have you seen a lot of Delusion of Grandeur on on
Oh my
YouTube?
God. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And it's so beautiful. I don't even know whether I want to wake them up or not, Selena. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, look, some of this delusional folks up here, you don't even want to wake them up, because if you wake them up, they may go into an asylum or some shit. And you know what I'm saying? Be like, what? Me?
Yes, right, right.
You
Hey,
know what I'm
watch them niggas. Yeah,
saying?
you're a
Hey,
rare
Chad.
chick,
Hey,
Moonlight. He said you're a rare
Chad.
chick, Moonlight. But
That's
yes,
right. Watch them niggas.
look,
I'm very
Moonlight.
rare.
The Moonlight is unapologetic herself at
Oh
all times,
yes, at all
and
times.
she does not have a delusion of grandeur. She's very
Hell
confident in
no.
who she is, and it's fun to
Yes.
watch. Actually,
It
I
really.
I really enjoy your accent. It's very becoming, and it's really something.
My
Um
biculturalness.
yeah,
Yes.
I really love
I
it.
don't get appreciated enough.
No, because and when you're outspoken, and then when you have that type of, I don't know, that kind of charisma, some people may think, oh, she's crazy, but no, your personality is very colorful. I'll say that.
Thank you. Oh, I love that, Selena.
Uh-huh.
That sounds
Very
so
colorful.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that. Very
and it's
colorful,
true.
y'all. I'm
It's
gonna have to
true.
write that shit down
Yeah,
and put it
it is
very
true.
colorful.
Yeah, it's
And
very
it's
colorful, honey. You can make anybody like, wow, this is amazing. So,
don't let me cam up on them either, Selena. Shit.
girl,
Then it's
I'm
all
trying
over,
to tell
girl. You
you.
know how
Hey,
we do it.
Nene.
It's
Hey,
good
you
to
doing?
meet you though in your chat. I've never been up here, and I'm just
Yeah.
getting to know you. You know what I mean?
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Regardless of what I don't know all this other ins and outs about nobody and what they do, Selena, but I'm just here appreciating folks.
Well, a lot of what you heard was some lies mixed
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
So,
and I don't even go deep into it, tell you the truth.
mhm.
I don't get interested because you know what? We all, you know, are
Yeah.
right and wrong.
Right, right,
Ain't
right.
nobody better than the other.
Yeah.
But some other folks just got delusions of grandeur.
Yes, indeed. And that's why, it's been so many people will put other people down, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
they can't see themselves. They are so they see everybody else's flaws or what they think
Right.
is flaws. It could just
Right.
be that person's personality, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't vibe with it, and that's good, that's cool. But
Mm-hmm.
don't make it seem like it's something wrong with the person just because you have your own ideals,
Yeah.
and people put their ideals on you, and that's
It's the
why.
projection. That's the
Yeah, it's a
projection, I
lot of
think,
projection.
Selena. Because for you to have to cut someone at the knees to stand tall,
Hmm.
it kind of says something about what you need to do within yourself. You know what I
Right,
mean? With that inner confidence and self-esteem. You
right,
know what I mean?
right,
It's all of that. And
and
I'm not
that's
with all of
why.
that.
Yeah, and see, that's why I work on my confidence, because I've had so
Mm-hmm.
many people that try to tear it down.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it come, they'll come for your looks, they come for
Oh
what you
yes. Mm-hmm.
do. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and some of the people that are talking, they have no business talking about anybody. you
Well,
know.
they're intimidated,
Hmm.
basically, whoever that is and who fits that category. It's
Yeah,
intimidation. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But when they face confidence, either you stand, either hold your own shit together and
Hmm.
and vibe, or you
Hmm.
don't.
Right,
And you got to keep, next.
right.
Go back on the porch.
Yeah,
But
and
ain't
so
nobody got time for nobody that's hackling, cackling, and you know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Ain't doing shit but hackling and cackling and doing the same shit that they accusing other people of doing. That's like real
Exactly.
false. I don't
Exactly.
like fake shit, Selena. I really
Right.
don't.
And that's what's been going on. And that's why I said it's so much delusion of grandeur on this app. And then you have even had some people in your family, some people in your family you talk to, and you're like, are they for real? Because sometimes you'd be
Yeah.
like, I know they just playing. They got to be just playing. But
No.
some people actually see themselves bigger than life than what they are. And
Yes.
I think that's really
Yes.
amazing.
It is amazing. And
Mhm.
sometimes I look in awe sometimes because, I just don't want them to fall off the, what do you call it? The ladder and hit themselves too hard,
I look, I wouldn't mind
Because
if they did. Shit.
some of them
I'm just
should and
keeping
get a
it
wake up
100.
call, though, Selena. Tell you the damn truth. You're right.
Yeah,
Some of
I
them
don't care.
should and get a wake up call, honey.
Yes,
But
fall
but then
flat
it's
on your ass.
scary. It's
Yeah,
scary.
yes, it is. But
And I don't want
like,
to go that high.
right, I don't ever want to go that high either. Like I said, I just
Yes.
want to be confident enough to know that I am Selena. I have
That's
things
right.
to offer the world, and I'm moving forward in those things. Right.
And tell a motherfucker to kiss your ass if they got any gripes
Exactly.
with it. Period. Point blank.
Exactly. Yes.
You know what I'm
Kiss this
saying?
wide. Kiss this wide ass. Okay. So yeah, that is what I would say to any hater. But like I said, that's why I talked about this today, because I don't
Yeah.
think people know the difference. And a lot of people that have the
Mm-hmm.
delusion of grandeur, they have a lot of mental illness. They either are
Mm-hmm.
bipolar, they're either schizophrenic, or they have multiple personalities. You will see that in most people that
Yeah.
have a mental illness, they do struggle with this delusion.
Mm-hmm.
And only normal people that are actually looking what they're looking outside looking in, they can see that this person is out, they're nuts.
They can't take
They
criticism at all at any level.
right. It's
Any
all
level, constructive or
right.
destructive, can't
Right.
take it at all. So,
Right. And
you
and
know.
they are, it's like they are allergic to
Mm-hmm.
constructive criticism. If
Mm-hmm.
you notice people that have that delusion of grandeur, they're very allergic to people that have constructive criticism.
Oh yeah.
You could tell me, Moonlight,
Mm-hmm.
well, Selena, you do really well when you're talking to people, but you might want to work on not cutting people off in the middle of a sentence. And I'm like, well, I'm good at what I do. I know I'm like Oprah. I can
Mm.
I can do anything, you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And you're like, this lady crazy as hell, And
Right.
I'm not listening. You said that I did really well, but you told me I also cut people off in the middle of a sentence.
Constructive criticism,
Yeah.
Selena. Exactly. Like I was on another panel,
Mm-hmm.
and someone was telling me but the way that he put it was so respectful. It
Mm-hmm.
was, and I can sense by how the person put it in the
Mm-hmm.
chat that it was just coming from a good place.
Right.
Whereas he was telling me, Moonlight, you're on 10 sometimes, you go on 10,
Right.
you may go on 100, but just dial it back every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Uh-huh.
just dial it back. And
Right.
I had to say, like, yeah, you're right. I don't have to go, all on 100 every damn time. But you know
Exactly.
what? I was able to receive it because the way it was coming, it was not from a disrespectful place.
Right.
And
Right.
you can sense that. And
Yeah.
if you sense that, then you can receive it, right, Selena?
Exactly. See, I know
Exactly.
when someone is giving me constructive criticism, because you can tell if there's a malicious intent in it because of how
Right.
it comes across. Like
Mm-hmm.
the other week when I got really upset and I
Really?
did
Yeah.
those posts, and then when I did the
Yes.
second one, I was like I want to find this slut. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I was feeling. And I'm like,
You gotta
wherever
get it
that,
out though.
yeah, I was like, wherever that hoe is in Dallas, I want to find that hoe.
Oh
That's kind of
no.
how I was thinking. So the Christian part went out the window. I was ready to get hood, like for real,
Some,
for real.
look, you're
And
human though, beyond
yeah,
all like that. But at
but
least you
see,
could put back on your red bottoms though,
right.
right?
Well, yeah, I kind of did a
Did
little
you
bit.
put back on your red bottoms?
Well, I kept on my sneakers just in case, but I calmed down. I put up the Vaseline and the brass knuckles. So, but listen,
Okay.
hey MG, but then
MG707. I know.
yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Beautiful.
But I had some friends to tell me, "No, Selena,
Mhm.
better than that. Don't do that. It doesn't look good." And I said,
Yeah.
okay, and I
Mhm.
went ahead and humbled myself because they were
Oh,
telling me
that's
the
good.
truth,
Those are
right?
good friends. They know you.
Yeah,
Shit, if it's like me, would have said, "Go ahead, get it done, girl. I got your back.
right.
Don't worry about it. Let me hold these red
Yeah.
bottoms right quick."
No,
You
no,
know what I'm saying? Let me
and
hold
see,
these right quick.
yeah, and that's what I was like. I had to listen to him because at the time I was like, I wasn't trying to hear it, but then I thought about it. I said, they right, and they're telling
Yeah,
me it's for my own good
that's
because
true.
it's
That's
going to
true,
benefit
Selena.
me,
From
right?
from a faithful perspective,
Right. So
Don't call me though.
yeah, I'm not gonna call you because you're gonna tell me to go ahead,
Yeah, I'm
Moonlight.
gonna tell you to go ahead, and I got your back in the corner. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it, in case you get drunk.
yeah, yeah. And look,
You gotta worry
Moonlight,
about that.
Moonlight, you in the comment section with some hand claps.
What? You know that's just right. You know that's right. Let me not curse too much. You know that's right.
Lord,
You ain't got to
Lord,
worry
Lord,
about that.
I
We
can't
got
listen to
no
Moonlight.
fraud, no fake up here, Selena.
Moonlight said, "Go ahead, girl. Go ahead."
Hey, girl, just get it on out.
Yeah,
Then
and
they're gonna
see,
respect you after.
right.
Sometimes
I
you got to
said,
do it like that and get back in
look,
your,
oh,
put your bottoms on and just give God thanks for,
right.
just getting you through that moment.
Yes, and so, like I said, and my point of it is, like I said, we all have to, if we're going to grow and get better in life, we have to accept some type of constructive criticism from somebody because we
That's
are
true.
not above. We have not arrived, right? We have
That's
not
right.
arrived.
No, are you
But
kidding
some
me?
people think they have because they interviewed a celebrity or they've dated a celebrity or something,
Shoot, I
or they
wish.
make a lot of money, so
I wish that was the criteria
yeah, and I'm
because
like, I can say, well, I did this, I did that. But like I said, when it all boils down to it, it's about how you feel about yourself. That's what it
exactly.
all boils down to at the end of the day. Do you like yourself enough where you could be alone for a day with not talking on the phone or not
That's me, girl.
yeah,
I
not
get
being
so
around
into that
people.
sometimes,
Hmm.
my alone time, that I forget, like, hey, come on now, like it, come on.
Right.
As much as you see me socialize and whatnot, I do get into myself sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where I gotta knock, like, hello.
Yeah. And I get like that too because I do
Yeah.
enjoy being to myself a lot of times. As much as people want to believe, like they may look at you and say, "Oh, she's an extrovert." Um, you might have learned to be an extrovert, but you might be an introvert sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And I know that I am, even though I'm on here talking and people think, yeah, she's confident in what she's saying and and everything. But I'm really a person, I like to be to myself a lot of times.
What's your sign, Selena?
I'm a Sag.
Are you
So
Sagittarius?
yeah.
My sister's a Sag too.
Uh,
Y'all are tough. Y'all are tough cookies.
yeah, we can.
You gotta. Oof.
We can be. That's why I say that people don't know you. They go by how you maybe look or how they may perceive you to be because you try to be nice and kind and you try to be respectful and have a good time. But when I get very upset, those that really know me, they know I can go all the way to the deep end with you. All the way.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
I'm not
Nope.
going to be doing a whole bunch of hollering and cussing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
So
we ain't
yeah,
gonna
I
say
just
no more, but I do understand.
yeah,
Yes,
and everything I say, and when I type things, I mean everything I say,
got
and
you.
I have that same energy if I were to meet you,
Mm-hmm.
good or
Yeah,
bad. That's just what that is. I'm true
yeah.
to who I am. Now, there's like I said, I'm confident to know there's some flaws about me that need to be
Mm-hmm.
changed, and I work
Or
towards.
just embrace, or just embrace. Some
Yeah.
flaws is just who you are. You know what I mean? You're not
Hmm.
gonna be 100%.
Right. Right. And I think you're in the Matrix, Moonlight. I can't hear you
I
now.
can.
Okay. You went
From my perspective.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, some flaws you do have to embrace, and some flaws you do have
Mm-hmm.
to move beyond because they can be a
Mm-hmm.
hindrance to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Know
know.
the difference now. Shit, we all up here
Right.
trying to know the difference.
Right. And
You
like I
know,
said, with your
let's put
colorful
out there.
personality,
I love
Moonlight,
that. Colorful.
pe-
I'm gonna use that
people
shit.
people will have the ideal that you have a delusion of grandeur. But I really believe
Really?
it, but it's because
Wow.
you're so
Really
confident.
delusion of grandeur. Uh-huh.
No, because you're so
Mm-hmm.
confident in who you are. Like
Mm.
how you dance around in your videos and your lives. That's pretty amazing. Like I
I'm
haven't got that
happy.
much confidence yet.
Really, but you're up here and you're doing your lives and you have your interview and you was interviewing Raw. I mean,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do a live like that, and you do it so well and you're put together. So I do appreciate that about you and a lot of
Right.
others on this platform. It's not easy being prepared. Me,
Mm-mm.
I'm not prepared, but I'm appreciative. So I go on there and do my little thing because people know me up here. They hear me going
Yeah.
in my little twang here,
Yeah.
but people know me up. People know me up here. And they
Yeah.
appreciate me.
And see, and look, and one day I'm gonna have the confidence to do like you,
Uh-huh.
Moonlight, and go on
Like what?
live and dance in front of people.
That's right.
That's
What?
gonna be one of
Look
my
what I have
goals.
coming at me. But look, let me tell you something, Selena. I got
Uh-huh.
some blind bat. The Don be talking shit about me and my maturity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got all of these folks here that don't appreciate my opinionated self up here, Selena.
Right.
So I gotta let them know I'm still happy about mine, Bibs.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I gotta let them know
Hmm.
I cook, I clean, I do. I'm beyond this, and we're beyond this, and we're more than this.
Right.
Some of us
Right.
got some. I mean, on a serious note, some of us got some stories, girl, about just moving through shit that it's
Hmm.
amazing if you really
Right.
look at it. But I don't
Hmm.
mind the shits and giggles sometimes.
Right. And like I said, you exude to me self-confidence. You really do.
Thank
You
you.
really
I
do.
appreciate that.
And when women are like that, I have to tell them that is something that I appreciate to see
Thank
in
you.
women, because when you're self-confident in yourself, you don't have time to be intimidated or jealous of someone else's
Hell
abilities or
no.
gifting, because you
No,
have your
I actually appreciate it, and I appreciate that about you too.
own.
You will go back and forth, but you pretty much you step in and you step out and you do your thing. And
Right.
you have your interviews and your topics and so forth.
Right. Because I'm gonna say
I,
what I'm gonna say at the end of the day, right? But I'm not gonna
uh-huh.
go. I'm not gonna keep the back and forth. I don't really do that to people that are really not important to me. When
Especially when you
people,
can't touch them and you
oh
can't be
yeah,
face
and
to
the see,
face,
that's gonna
man.
make me even.
Yeah.
That's gonna even make me
Oof.
mad, just angrier, like so mad.
Exactly. Oh, so you
So
can't
I
even go
said,
there too long. Oof.
yeah, so I try
Mm-hmm.
not to go and do no back and forth stuff, because like I said, I'm confident in my ability to fight at the end of the day.
That
So
you know what I'm saying, and you can't. Who's gonna go meet up? Some silly folks on this platform
right.
they get so ego butt hurt that they wanna, they wanna get in front of somebody, and we get lost in
Right.
that. We really get over
Uh,
the top. Look at me, the real
corn,
cornbread.
Cornbread says Selena is a firecracker. Yes,
Honey, talk about
indeed.
it.
Hey,
Oh,
Santana, how
D
are you?
Santana know this man. Ain't a street, ain't a house D Santana does not know on this
Yeah, what?
platform.
He was in Kwame's
Okay.
chat one day. I saw him in Kwame Brown's chat. I said, "This boy be everywhere." I and look, I get jealous. He be flirting. He be flirting with M Soul. I don't know what he got going on with M
Oh,
Soul. He say,
oh,
"I
please.
wish
He's a
we
straight
learned
flirt
this."
all across this platform. What he said? What he say, Selena?
No, Metal Clip said, "I wish we learned this as younger women." Um,
What's that?
about self
Which part?
confidence. Yes, I
Oh
do
yeah.
too. I do
Oh yeah,
too
and I'm
because
teaching
I
my
learned
daughter
it.
that every step
Mhm,
of the way that she has to have it. You had your kids go, in these little programs where they have to speak in front of people or dance or whatever.
mhm.
It's all confidence building. You gotta have it these
Right,
days, man. Because
right,
people,
right.
like you said earlier, Selena, they will find that flaw in you
Uh
and
huh.
and try to drag you with it. And if you don't embrace these things about yourself, man, you'll be in trouble. You
Right.
will be in
So,
trouble, girl.
what's
He
Selena,
said,
my ham hock? I don't know whether to feel insulted by that or what.
I, I would just say feel appreciated by him. He's he loves his delicacies, and that's
Yeah,
one of them.
ham hock.
He
Oh
obviously
Lord.
loves ham hocks.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
D Santana, he eats everything. I'm telling you. And I looked at his community wall. He had so much food up there. I said, man, this
Ooh,
guy eats a lot. And he eats
and
some
he
good food
appreciates
too.
food. Yeah,
But
he appreciates food.
let me get back
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
sorry,
subject
Mama.
because you know how I am. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Metal Clip says I'm still working on confidence in my 40s, and right, and most of the
Mm-hmm.
time we all struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care 30s, 40s, like some
Right,
people in their
right.
50s struggle with that. So
Yeah.
that's a as long as you're working towards that, I don't think it's
Mm-hmm.
ever too good to have low self-esteem or to have a
Mm-hmm.
delusion of grandeur. I think you need to be in the middle, and that would be
I,
having some type of self-confidence within yourself, and being able to build on the strengths that you do have, and
absolutely
expound
agree.
on that. I
Nothing
really do.
additional in that statement. That's perfect, Selena. That
Right,
pretty much wraps
right.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wraps it up.
Absolutely. I love that. In the middle. Yep. That is
Yeah, you need to
perfect.
be in the middle, and that's
A
what I
little bit
wanted
of
to be.
everything. And that's what you call balance. We say that a
Yeah.
lot. Balance. Balance.
Yes, balance. And that's
let
what
me tell
I
let me
I
tell you,
strive.
balance.
Right. You have to
Mm,
have balance because like I
mhm.
said, you shouldn't be where you think so lowly of yourself where it's like you're the scum of the earth. But then you shouldn't think so high of
Ugh,
yourself that you put others down and you are all that in a bag of chips. And that is a total lie. We all
yeah.
have some flaws. We all have some things we need to work
Absolutely.
on. And
Selena, you
mhm.
know what? I'm losing my battery here. I got 10%. I'm
Okay.
sorry, love. And I don't want to
Okay.
just and let you
Well,
be and
I
let you
I
think that I'm just
appreciate
dropping. I just
you,
want to tell you
Moonlight.
that.
I appreciate you, Moonlight.
Ooh,
And
I
then
appreciate you too.
when I have some music, I'm gonna say, Moonlight, come on over. Me and you, we're gonna get on camera and we're gonna dance. And I want you to put on
What? You know
I
it.
want I
You
want you to
know
put
it.
on that Caribbean music for me so I can swing my
Oh
hips. Okay.
shit. That ain't nothing but a word, babes. You know I love that any day.
All
Anytime
right.
said a word.
Love you. I appreciate you so much.
Love you too.
All
Chat, big
right.
up yourself. Okay.
Oh,
Later,
thank you,
babes.
Moonlight. Guys, like I said, this is not going to be a live long. Anybody else can come up if they want to. You're more than welcome. Like I said, I talked a little bit about being confident and having a delusion of grandeur and the difference. Like I said from the very beginning, when you are self-confident, you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, you build on your strengths, you don't down other people, You know who you are and you're confident in that. You know what I'm saying? You don't think you're better than other people. Delusion of grandeur is more people that have an inflated ego. They are all that, you are less than them. If you don't agree with them, you're jealous because they are all of that and you are less of that. So that is the total difference between having a delusion of grandeur and self-confidence. So I hope that I explained the difference. If anybody would like to come up, and some of the things like how you can get healthy self-confidence is basically know your strengths and your weaknesses, and whatever your strengths are, build on that so that you can feel better about who you are as a person. Start to know the things that you like and that you don't like. Start to look at things that make you set apart from somebody else. When you know that you are set apart from somebody else, that makes you in your own zone. You're in your own I would say lane. You're in your own caliber because you know that you possess certain things about yourself that sets you apart from another person. And that's some of the ways that you can build on having confidence, knowing who you are by accepting your flaws, accepting the things that are great about who you are, the things that make you different from everybody else. That's how you build on your confidence. And if you have a delusion of grandeur, please get rid of it because you look really silly when people are looking at you. Hi, Mystery Sky. Glad to have you, sweetie. Um, Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody that was here today. So I just want to go over that so that you would know the difference. But like I said, if you do have a delusion of grandeur, that is something that you definitely need to get rid of. If you are a little bit like still confused and you don't know if you have an inflated ego, because that's basically what delusion of grandeur is, thinking of yourself more than what you are, ask the person that knows you, that will tell you the truth, and see their perspective on your personality and how they would see you or view you, and do it with more than one person so you could get a different view from different types of people. And that's kind of how you can kind of see where you are in that spectrum. Are you confident, or do you have low confidence, or do you have a delusion of grandeur to where it's like, nobody can tell you nothing, you're good, you're all of that. If anybody has something bad to say about you, it's because they're jealous, it's because they want to be like you and they can't. Hey Kita, how you doing, Kita? And so that is the difference. So ask people that you trust, that will tell you the truth, and not somebody that will tell you what you want to hear. One thing about people that have a delusion of grandeur, they love yes men and yes women. If you are a yes man or a yes woman, you will be their friend. If you are not a yes man or a yes woman, you will not be their friend. They only want to be around people, and these are people that have delusion of grandeur, that agree with them, that see them in the best light, that will lie to them, like they lie to themselves. That's the type of people they want to be around. They don't want to be around that somebody gives them constructive criticism and tell them you're really being a butthole. You really are arrogant. You really are not you're not that nice of a person. So people that have that type of delusion, they do not want anybody around them that will speak negatively of them or tell them the truth. And that's how you know you are dealing with a person that has a delusion of grandeur. So I want to be a self-confident person. I want to know, yes, I do have my strengths, I have my weaknesses, but this is me. This is Selena. You know what I'm saying? So what sets me apart from other people? I'm this type of person. I'm that type of person. I offer that type. I offer this. These are the things that set me apart from somebody else. So I expound on that, but I don't think of myself more highly than other people. I'm just glad with and proud of being me. I'm so proud of me that I got on here on YouTube and started my own channel. That's how proud that I am of myself, and that was only confidence that helped me to do that. The confidence in knowing that whatever I do, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be good, because why? I have passion inside of me. I have passion inside of me. I have knowledge inside of me. That doesn't mean I know more than anybody else. That's not what I'm saying. But it does mean I have different things that I possess within me that makes me feel okay with coming on to YouTube and talking with you guys. Right. So it doesn't make me better than anyone else. It's just that I'm confident that I can speak about what I know. And if it's something that I don't know, I am proud enough to say, I can go research it, because I don't know it. I don't know everything, and I won't ever know anything, but I am willing to learn. So I have that confidence in myself to know that, hey, I'm good. I always could improve, yes, on everything, but I'm good. And that's what sets me apart. Anything that you have that is positive about you, something that, you know, in your life that made you different from other people, that's something to be proud on. That's what makes you different from me. And this and what I have makes me different from you. And we can be self-confident together. You know, we don't have to be jealous of each other. We don't have to be envious of each other, because we all are different and we all possess different talents and gifts. So that's what I want to relate to you guys. I hope that I did a good enough job to tell you the difference between the delusion of grandeur and having self-confidence. Also, like I said, I put that little story in there about Miss Ebony Williams because I wanted to know from your ideals, do you think that she's confident in herself and her abilities and who she is, or does she have a delusion of grandeur? Because like I said, some people that make a lot of money, they are either one or the other, you know, just like anybody else, they're one or the other. So I just wanted to have your ideal on that too. That's why I tried to mix that story into basically what we were saying, talking about today. So I hope everybody has a nice night, have fun this weekend, go out and do something. If it's nothing but walking around the park or going out with someone, just have a good time and be happy as much as you can, because we have so much stuff going around us. People are killing other people just out of crazy, you know, some crazy things going on. Just in Texas, not too far from Houston, it was another delusional person, probably. And another thing, mass murderers and serial killers, all that, they have a delusion of grandeur as well. They see themselves as as a super villain or a Superman or a Superwoman. They have a kind of a delusion in their head there that they're above everyone, and that anybody and everybody has to answer to them, and they are controlled, and you are the little puppets that they are controlling. That's really how a lot of serial killers, they have that type of delusion of grandeur as well. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you, Mystery Sky. I hope y'all like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you push the notification button, so when I go live again, you will know when my shows pop up. But yeah, so a lot of serial killers have that, and they have that type of delusion of grandeur. But this guy, he was outside shooting guns. It was a Caucasian male. I think he was probably maybe in his mid to late 50s. And he was outside shooting the gun, and where they were located, it's kind of like in a country area, not too far from Houston. And he was shooting guns in the sky. And so one of the ladies, they were from Honduras, went over there to the man's house and asked him, would he please stop shooting the guns because it was scaring the children. Do you know that man, with his delusional, crazy self, evil self, went into their home, busted in their home, and killed everybody in the house, including the children? See, this is what I'm saying. a delusion of grandeur is it really goes really deep with some people. It goes so deep, like I said, they are controlled. They're the God, and you are the humans. You're the little humans, while they're in their mind have a God complex in their mind. That's really what people with delusion of grandeur have. They have a God complex. He went and killed everybody in the house just because this woman asked him to please to please stop with shooting the guns because they were scaring the children. So I believe it was two females that were in the house and a male, and I think it was a couple of children. The oldest one I think was 9, but I have to do some more research on that story because I found out about it today. And see, that's a God complex. When you have that God complex, the delusion of grandeur, you believe that you are controlled, everybody's beneath you, and hey, it is what it is. I am God. You're nothing. I control you. You don't control nothing. That's that God complex that a lot of these people have. So when you're dealing with serial killers, when you're dealing with just people that have that mindset of delusion, when you're dealing with people you see in even in Hollywood or people on YouTube and they have this delusion of grandeur, stay away from them. Number one, people that have the delusion of grandeur, they can be nobody's friend. Why? Because they think they're better than you for the most part. And you cannot disagree with them. Why? Because if you do, you are the enemy. You are jealous of them. You are hating on them. Okay? So people that have that delusional complex, they are not well. And that it usually stems behind bipolar, schizophrenia, or multiple personalities. Those are the disorders that stems behind the delusion of grandeur. Hi, Heather. How are you? Okay, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. And I hope you come back, like, share, and subscribe. So, yeah, so this is what people are really. Hey, Mo, how are you, sweetie? Glad to see you. So this is what people are really dealing with, and they're not even aware. It's like they're blind. They're blinded by their own ignorance, their own delusion. And they think everybody is the enemy around them, especially those that do not agree with them or don't like them. They feel like everybody's hating on them because they're right and you're wrong all the time. They say, oh, well, I have flaws, but really I don't. I got more. I'm 99.9% right all the time. I'm like, okay, so you don't have no room, just 1%. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to meet people like that everywhere you go, on YouTube, and not only YouTube, but in real life, and at work, in your family. You meet some people in your family, it'd be like, did we come from the same people? Because some people in your family, you're like, this is not real. You can't be serious. But they really do struggle with that delusion of grandeur. And it might be because of some mental illness. Heather says, I am my own bully. Definitely got to work on my confidence. Right. We are our own worst enemy. And like I said, dwell on a lot of things that you like about yourself, things that set you apart from other people. Heather, there's some things about you that you can do that I can't do. Right? So those are the things you expound on. And when you focus on those things, the things that you do very well, that sets you apart from me. And that sets you apart from Chris. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Everybody has their talents and gifts that it was, I guess, given to them innately as we, were born, and we came into, we were conceived and came into the world. We all came with something. whether it's one talented gift or two or more. So whatever you find about yourself that sets you apart from Chris, that sets you apart from Selena, that sets you apart from Keita, that's what should make you happy with being who you are. Because there's always something beautiful about everybody. Well, I'm not going to say everybody. Let me say some. Let me not tell that lie. But there's something that sets you apart that nobody else has. And when you find out what those things are, those are the things that should make you happy with being Heather, right? And that is something that you do daily. Self-confidence doesn't just happen. I believe some people you're going to have to work on it because it depends on what you've been through. If you've been through some things like where you was verbally or mentally abused by a parent or some type of significant other, it wears on your self-esteem and your self-confidence. So as when that happens, you have to build it yourself. Right? You have to know that you're here. This is what you have to offer. You have this going well for yourself. You have that going well for yourself. And then you expound on that. And it's a daily process. This is not something that happens overnight. I've met some people where I've known them from a long time, since we were kids. And some people innately have that self-confidence. I wasn't one of those people. I had to build it over time, and I'm still building. Yes, CC, the story that I told you about, I would have called the police too, but unfortunately, the young lady went and asked him because she figured since it was her neighbor, she could have asked her neighbor to stop because it was frightening the children. So since that didn't occur, people that are on demon time and have that delusion of grandeur, they think they run everything. Forget about the police, forget about your feelings, forget about your lives. I'm going to prove a point to you. That's how some people think. But I would have called the police too. I don't deal with crazy people, because I can be crazy too. So I leave folks alone and call the police if I have to, or I just leave folks alone because for the most part, people are not logical in this day and time. I don't know what's going on, but it's a lot of darkness. A lot of people are on demon time, and it's just best to kind of stay away from people if you can. Stay around people that trust, and you can deal with. For the most part, or stay alone. That's even better. So, like I said, but going back to what I was saying, I hope that I explained that to you, Heather, that you can understand. Because like I said, confidence is something that you have to rebuild daily. It's not easy for everybody. Like I said, everybody doesn't have that. You have to build on it. And I hope and pray that you get to that point, because like I said, there's something different that sets you apart from everybody else in this chat. You just have to know what they are. And then once you know what they are, you start accepting that and building on that, So I hope that I explained everything to you guys. I don't want to hold you long. Also, guys, I think Matthew Silly as F. I think I'm saying it right without saying the word. Matthew Silly is it as F? I think it is. Somebody can put it in the chat. I don't know if any mod is in here. He will be doing a part 2 on this live. So thank you, Real Cornbread. I appreciate you, sweetie. I appreciate your support so much. I really, and everybody that came in here today. My girl, Keita. And I saw Harley today, but I am so happy you guys came. Heather, Cece, Chris, let's see who else we got in here. Metal Clips and Mo. Where is Lon at? I saw her live earlier. Mystery Sky. Let's see. D Santana. QT, yo, it's Mike. Watch them niggas. I hate that sounds so crazy. MG 707. Nene, my girl Nene. Let's see, we got Free Thinkers, my girl Moonlight, Glass House. We got Brian Turner. I'm so happy you came by, sweetie. Just Denise, my boy Realist. Let's see, go up, go up. I just really appreciate you guys. Y'all are so sweet to deal with me on a Friday when you could be anywhere in the world. Ash Kiro, my girl Ash Kiro. Let's see, I think that's everybody. Larry, Daphne, and I said Heather. And I love, thank you so much, sweetie. Shay Love, thank you for coming through. Monica, let's see, go up. I think I got everybody. Daphne, I said Daphne. Milwaukee, Jeff, my boy worldwide, Richie Rich. Guys, I thank you so much. And like I said, you've been a blessing to me. I thank you guys for coming through because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come through and see Selena Delisha. Okay. And you know, Tanice, you missed it. When I came in and did my live, I said, how did I start out? Well, honey, you just gonna have to go back and listen to it. I think I said something like, thank you for coming to Selena chat, where the chat is hot and the host is even hotter. I said something like that. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm full of myself today. So I might be having a delusion of grandeur. So I was trying to talk a little sexy, y'all. But anyway, love you guys to Reese's Pieces. And remember, I don't have to know you to love you. I really don't. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, push the notification. So when I come back live, you will know it, sweetie. And thank you, God, for the new people that subscribe today. Hopefully you will be blessed by this this little chat of mine, this little channel. Hey, Only, I'm glad to see you. I hope you heard something. So I hope that you guys had a good time. Like I said, I like to talk about different things. And then I have open panels. So anybody that would like to come up, as long as you're respectful to each other and to everybody, you know, hey, you're more than welcome to come up here. Everybody have a blessed night. And guys, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Love you, Reese's Pieces.